Hello, yes, and welcome to another episode of MLS Ireland. Well, I'll be bringing to you my predictions for the final week of this regular season's MLS's 2020. Stay tuned. Perfect, thank you very much for joining me. Yes, my name is Sean, and if you're new to this, hit the subscribe button. Yes, and I know I'm 100% late, as to say the words. My nephew's around and this is a mess at the moment, so I didn't really get to do much today. He was around a bit 11 o'clock, but anyway, it's now 6:45, so let's get cracking. Might as well get into this. First game is Chicago Fire against New York City FC. Chicago Fire coming into this game mixed is probably a way to say it. In the last 8 games they've only won 1, and they're coming against New York City team who are in the forms in the last 8 games are second. So saying that, Chicago Fire are probably a weird team in this when it comes into these type of games, but I think New York City may have this one, so I'm going to go for like a 2-0 win or 2-1. I'll go for a 2-1 win to New York City. They are currently the favourites to win that one, so New York City should win that one. The next one is Columbus Crew against Atlanta. Do I see Atlanta winning this one? Probably not. Do I see Columbus Crew losing this one? They could. Columbus Crew are very strange now at the moment. They got Nagby back, but they lost their last game during the week there. So coming up against the Atlanta team who are very, very, very poor at the moment, but are finding form in some ways. They won their last game, but they didn't really win many after that. But Columbus Crew should win this one. They are hugely the favourites. So I'm going to go for a Columbus Crew 2-0 win. Columbus Crew 2-0 win. You might not see the things in the corner here because I am late and I don't know if I'll be able to do them in time. Anyway, the next one is DC United against Montreal. DC United, I'd be a bit surprised if they lose this one. They're actually starting to play a bit better now. I don't think they'll make it into the playoffs, but you know, things can change. Where are they? No, I don't think they can make it in. Anyway, regardless, they're coming up against the Montreal team who are lost basically all their last 6 games bar 1, and that was against Inter Miami, so that's not quite surprising. So they're coming up against the DC United team who are currently getting into form. So if I can say that, even though they did lose their last game against New England, which 4-3. But they beat Columbus, beat Atlanta, and beat Cincinnati, so they're getting better. So I will put DC United to win this one. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, to say the least. I'll say it's probably like a 1-0 win to DC United. Something stupid, kind of like a fluky goal, but I think DC United have one. The next one is Inter Miami against Cincinnati. Inter Miami are flippingly favourites to win this one, 3-10. So saying that, I probably may agree, but Cincinnati aren't the worst. Well, they're kind of the worst. They're the bottom of everything. So yeah, I'll think an Inter Miami 2-1. They always seem to win 2-1. So I'll go for an Inter Miami 2-1 win. The next one is New York City Red Bulls against Toronto. Now this game I'm going to leave to the very end, as well as the Philadelphia game, because for obvious reasons. So I'll come back to that one if I remember. The next one is Orlando, who could possibly win it if all things go wrong. I think against Nashville. I'll go with this one. I think Nashville should get a goal in this game because they are capable of getting goals. But coming up against Orlando team who have something to drive for. So I'm going to go for like a 3-1 win to Orlando. Just could score 3 goals against Nashville. Nashville are a very good team defending, so it would be a trickier one, but I think Orlando should win this one, so I'll stick with 3-1. The next one is, as I said, Philadelphia. I'll leave that one to the end. So Houston Dynamo against Colorado. I like Houston to win that game because Colorado are very strange too at the moment. They haven't played many games this season. In the last 6 games they've won 4, so they got beat by Sporting Kansas City and Minnesota, which isn't not bad, but then they beat Seattle surprisingly, then they beat Portland surprisingly. So I think Orlando could possibly win this one. Houston Dynamo are, like I said, every time they sold their best player and now they just basically don't have a clue. So yeah, I'll go for that. I'll go for Orlando, Colorado. Damn, the fuck I said it again. Orlando, yep. Orlando should win this one. I'll go for like a 1-0 win to Orlando. They I don't think Houston have much in them at the moment. Sorry. The next one is LAFC against Portland Timbers. Portland Timbers are top of the Western. Portland on top of the Western. So yeah, they're coming up into this game quite. Don't know if I would say favourites. LAFC are probably the better team overall, but they're not showing it because they're very inconsistent at the moment. But I think they could win this game. They are the favourites to win this game with 4-9. So yeah, I'll go for like a 1-0 win to LAFC. I think Portland are just kind of in that moment now. They were just going, well, we're in the cup. We're into the cup, so we'll just worry about that. And the next one, so yeah, go for 1-0 win to LAFC. I think that's probably correct in thinking. And then the next one is Minnesota against FC Dallas. FC Dallas are weird. They're all weird, in fairness to them. They won their last 3, which is no mean feat. They beat Nashville, Houston, and they're not great, but you know, those are the things. They're coming up against Minnesota, who I like keep saying, I don't mind. I like the team. They haven't lost a game in the last 6, and I don't think they'll lose this one. So I'm going to go for like a 1-0 win to Minnesota. I think Minnesota are just a better team, and on their day, I think they could win this game just because they can. The next one is Real Salt Lake against Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City is going to go top in the Western, so keep an eye on that one. I think they're going to win this one quite easily, so I'm going to go for like a 3-0 win. They're just a better team against Real Salt Lake, who are in the forms the last 8 played games. They're second to bottom. Cincinnati are just below them, and Houston are just top above them, and then LA Galaxy, which is not really great for LA Galaxy, but anyway, we'll come to that. So yeah, I'm going to go for a quite easily Sporting Kansas City win in that one. And then Seattle Sounders against San Jose. San Jose are strange. I like saying strange. Yeah, Seattle Sounders, I think they should win this one. I'm going to go for like a 3-1 win. Seattle are just a far better team, even though that they did get beat by Colorado, which is a very strange one. But I think they should still win this one. Where's Seattle? Yeah, they've only won 1 game in the last 6, which is not great. In the form sheets, in the last 8, they have won 3. Not good. But I think they should win this one. San Jose probably relaxing at the moment, so yeah, I'm going to go for like a 2-0 win. Did I already say that? Can't remember. I'll go for a 2-0 win to Seattle Sounders. They're just a far better team. The last one of the day, I'll leave the 2 later on, is Vancouver against LAFC. I think LAFC could actually win this one. Vancouver, LAFC, did I say LAFC? I mean Galaxy. I think Vancouver could actually win this one. I think LA Galaxy are very poor at the moment. They even know that they drew during the week there. Who was that against? Seattle, which is actually not too bad, but they're getting beat easily, and they already beat Vancouver a couple of weeks ago. So Vancouver at home. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Vancouver. I just don't see LA Galaxy actually getting a good result in this one, so sorry LA Galaxy. And obviously the 2 games left are Toronto against New York Red Bulls. I think I'll go for a trickier one in this one, and I'll include Philadelphia against New England. 2 teams are coming into this joint on points, but Philadelphia are obviously top because of the more goals they've scored. They're coming into a team, New England, who are not a bad team. They could win games. Like unfortunately, Philadelphia ballsed it up last week against the Columbus Crew. So, but they are a far better team. Okay, I'll pick my winner. I think Philadelphia is going to beat New England, and Toronto is going to draw against New York Red Bulls. So I'm going to go for like a 1-1 draw for Toronto, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Philadelphia. Those are my predictions. Like I said, if you're new to this, hit that subscribe button, and hope to see you whenever the MLS Cup thing starts, whatever it is. I can't remember. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing, and to the new subscribers. So yeah, thank you very much. Toodles. Bye.